It's time for Ryan's Roses. Here we go. If it's a public service, if there's an issue in your world, you can't sort it out, come to us and we'll try our best. Stay with us on this because this is unique. This is an unconventional roses. Dear Ryan and Sissany, try to follow me, she says. Leah in Agora Hills, try to follow me and please don't be mad. I suspected my husband might be seeing someone else, so my friend and I concocted a plan. We did our own Ryan's Roses on him. My friend called and offered him roses. He sent them to another woman, a woman whose house we were all supposed to go to for a party a few days later. So we actually sent the roses to her and never busted him. While at the party, I sensed some flirting, but her husband was there, and so were the flowers. I mentioned the flowers to my husband, and he acted like he knew nothing about them. He's the one that sent them to her.
Right.
I'm so mad right now. I want to bust him on the air. I want it to be bad, but I don't want to do it alone. Well, we are here. We're here to help. It's crazy that you're taking this on your own now. Leah, you did this yourself. You found out that he's cheating, and now you want to bust him publicly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you know,
I hope you're not mad.
what I find so interesting is that you brought up the flowers while at the party, and he acted totally naive.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. I don't. That's why I'm calling, because I just at this point I want some help.
I understand.
I just feel really uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable enough in and of itself.
In the first set of flowers that he sent to her, did he put a note, or no? Did you not go there?
Yeah, she did put a note, but it just said, "Congrats on closing the big one," which could either be completely disgusting or make sense to sue the realtor.
I would.
Yeah. So Patty tells me that you want us to call are we calling as the flower shop, or you're calling as the flower shop?
So I was thinking you would call, please, and you could pretend to be the flower shop
And check on the flowers?
Yeah, and just kind of say that there is like a mix-up on your end.
Problem with the delivery.
Yeah.
Well, so Patty was suggesting basically that we call and we say, "Hey, we're sorry that the flowers didn't make it," and see if he says, "Yeah, they did. I saw them," and then he's busted. I mean, that's kind of what we're thinking would be best. Are you good with that?
That sounds perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on one second, Leah. Let's come back and make this unconventional roses call. We've got Leah on the phone, Agora Hills. So she did her own DIY Ryan's Roses and sent flowers. She actually sent flowers to this house where they were going to go to a party where this woman lives. Her husband sent the woman the flowers. They go to the house. The flowers are there. She sees her husband flirting with this woman who's married, and she brings up the flowers, and he acts like he knows nothing about them, and they're sitting right there in the living room of this house where they're having a party. So what do we do about it? We already know he's busted, but she wants to double check and also catch him on the air. So Patty's going to call from the flower shop and suggest that the flowers didn't make it, and she's very, very sorry about that. There's been a mix-up, and see what he says. Because if he says the flowers made it, then we know he's guilty, right? So, Leah, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM, okay?
All right. Well, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Okay, hold on one sec. What's her name, Leah? What's the other woman's name?
Oh, good call.
Martha.
Okay, Patty's going to get this done. All right, Patty, you ready?
I am, yes.
Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Robert?
this is Robert.
Hi, Robert. My name is Whitney from Floral Cove Flowers. How are you?
Good. What can I do for you?
Hi, I think we spoke a few weeks ago. We called you because you were chosen to receive a free dozen roses, and I apologize. There was a mistake on the order, and the order was never delivered. And I just wanted to see if it was okay with us to resend them again.
Well, I actually know that they've been delivered already. They definitely were delivered.
No, they were not. I have my records here that our driver wasn't able to make it that day. Our driver got a flat tire, and we weren't told of that until last night, and I apologize.
Okay. No, I mean, I appreciate the call, but maybe something happened you didn't know, but I actually know they were delivered. They definitely were.
I don't.
Robert, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. That is the voice of your wife, Leah. I need you to understand that. And how do you know those flowers were delivered? How are you so adamant about them being delivered?
Well, I'm adamant because I was at the house they were delivered to. I've seen them. I know them.
And you sent them to Martha. You sent them to Martha. You sent them to her house, and then you denied knowing anything about the flowers when you were with your wife, and she asked you about it.
Well, listen. Right off the bat, you're just jumping down my throat. But second of all, she, if you have to know, she happens to have closed the big house, and that's why I wrote congrats on closing the big one on the card. It was
okay, Robert, you're just digging your hole deeper.
Yeah.
So I don't
you need to
understand.
justify yourself.
Robert, you sent Martha
You got a
flowers.
bunch of people calling me and saying I did something that I didn't or whatever.
Well, hold, Robert. Let's just stick to the facts. At the party, your wife asked to mention those flowers. You denied knowing anything about them. Now you just told me you sent them, and you told me what you put on the card. So we know that you're cheating on Leah with Martha. We know it, Robert.
I'm not.
We know it.
I'm not cheating it. It's not like that actually.
What is going on? Would you please? I'm calling the radio to help me with this. Just come on, Robert.
Don't you think that's a little much?
Robert, you sent roses to another woman with a card. You just told me that. So what's going on with this other woman? Leah knows she knows that you're cheating. So just tell us what's happening. Let's make this easy.
She knows I'm cheating because I sent another woman roses.
That's right.
Congrats.
That's correct. And then you lied about it when she asked you.
I just want to know the truth. It's really, can we move on? Can we move forward here?
Move forward? Listen, I don't know what to say. I didn't want it to be this way. I certainly wouldn't have planned it to be on the radio.
Right, but you're cheating with Martha, correct?
Past tense. There was something brief with Martha.
Okay.
Very, very.
Oh, man.
And it's over?
It's way over. It was over before it started.
You're now.
Oh, God.
Now you're insulting Leah. So.
No, listen, you're jumping down my throat. Why isn't she saying stuff?
Robert, you invited this call. You invited this call by denying anything about the flowers when your wife asked you about them and sending them to Martha, who's married. So don't jump at me. You're basically begging me to call you.
Well, it was easier to deny it at the house because I didn't want to make a big scene.
Does Martha's husband know that you've been messing around with his wife?
No, he doesn't. No, I'd like to keep it that way.
Well, I'm sure you would.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, that would be convenient, wouldn't it?
Leah, what's your reaction to now knowing this is fact?
I just,
I can't believe you would think that this is a surprise.
What does that mean?
Well, I love her, but we don't get along very well. I can't see that she would think this is a surprise.
Well, let me let her respond. Leah, what is your reaction to what your husband is doing and saying?
What I did.
Oh, my God, Robert. I feel so unseen, and I feel so hurt, to be honest, and I have not had the courage to talk about this to you. But it's so casual to you, and it's not casual to me. I feel like I've completely lost my best friend. But to you, it's all, it's no big deal.
How about when you have problems and you have issues, you talk about it. You don't go cheat. That's not are you surprised?
I thought we had tried. I thought that it was...
Okay, so yeah. You just cheat after that.
Leah, we have to let you guys go and keep moving here, but Robert, you're caught by your wife. You're messing around with the married woman. You're not being upfront with Leah. Leah
A lot of those things are true, except for one thing. It was one time, and it's over with.
Well, I think that's irrelevant. I'll let your wife say that, but I think it's irrelevant. All right, Leah, I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully, it's bad news, but we got some news for you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Right.
It's not bad news. We can work through this.
Robert,
it's fine.
I can't, Robert. You guys, it's up to you guys, okay? But, you're wasting all of our time running us around in circles and then admitting to it. You know what I mean?
I don't like that guy.
Running around in circles and then going, all right, I tried.
I did
once.
And you're surprised?
Yeah, and she, yeah, exactly. There's no need to rehash all of that Ryan's Roses, but the gist of it was Leah's husband, Robert, cheated, he said, once on her with their friend Martha, who's married. Mm-hmm. And then he said something that struck me, and that was, well, of course I cheated on you once. You act surprised? Like as if Leah, his wife, deserved for him to have this kind of behavior and do all of this.
And he said that they did talk about it, but that didn't work, so cheating is fine.
And so we knew he was guilty. She knew he was guilty. She made the Ryan's Roses call on her own. But the question is, what is going through his mind where he actually legit says, well, how could you be surprised that I'm doing this?
Awful.
Kate has a good observation. Kate, what's going through this guy's mind? How is he seeing his marriage?
I feel like he's seeing his marriage as just like a job he's lost interest in. Like he doesn't even take it.
He definitely felt like it wasn't taking it seriously. He definitely lost engagement in trying. It certainly felt that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like marriage is work. It's not like it's something that you commit to. It's not like, oh, yeah, it's not fun anymore.
Right.
I mean, I just feel really bad for Leah.
Well, she knew it, and she wanted him to be caught. I mean, she essentially already knew this because she did her own DIY Ryan's Roses call.
I know. How about that, by the way?
Thanks for calling. Desiree, go ahead. You're on with us.
Hi. Just want to say I'm a big fan of yours, Ryan.
Thank you for listening.
Oh, of course. I love this show. And here's another thing. Honestly, I think Robert is a big idiot. Like, he's a huge jerk. He should have never sent the roses in the first place.
Yeah. I understand, but she wanted, she already did the roses, wanted to find out, wanted us to do it on the air and bust him on the air. But you're saying that Robert shouldn't have sent the roses in the first place.
Yeah, he shouldn't. I mean,
if he said it was over.
Yeah, it was over. Then why even send the roses? I'm totally team Leah. Like, I'm glad she caught him out there.
Mm-hmm. Is there any getting out of this? Do you think they stay together or not?
No, I think it's completely over. I think he's totally untrustworthy, and it's time to kick him to the curb.
I think that's happening as we speak.
So blah.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
The what?
He sounded so blah.
He sounded so what?
Blah.
Blah?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand what you said. Blah?
Like blah. Like he's probably the guy that's like, mwah.
Well, what? Use a word. I don't know what that means.
He just seemed
animal
like
sounds.
He just kind of seemed like a guy with his finger in the air,
He was disengaged. He was complacent and not being upfront about his feelings with his wife. So he decided to go cheat with their friend and then say to his wife, wait, you're surprised? Of course I'm going to do this.
Yeah, he's just like a wanderer.
Yeah. Well, I'm over it.
Yeah.